wanted to show off the very best costume of all. This building was super famous for being vandalized in a night where a graffiti artist went in and they tagged basically every single floor of these large luxury condo buildings that were abandoned by the developers who were working on them. This was the absolute best costume. I don't know how long it took this person to put this costume together. One year I went as a Dell computer, and I really put a lot of energy into it. And I was basically in like the equivalent of like a refrigerator or like an air conditioner box. It was really big. So when you have a costume that restricts your mobility and also like is hard to move around in, it restricts your visibility and your mobility at the same time. It is a terrible experience. West Hollywood was crammed with people. You can tell that this person got their floors damaged. Also, you can see there's some damage there from people just shoving into them. So I don't know what this person went through to both create this costume and also exist in one of the most crowded areas that I've been in recent memory. But I have to say, I've already seen this costume on TikTok. I had the pleasure to see it myself. They looked tired at the end of the night. They looked like they had been tossed around and bumped into and jostled around all night. And even my costume was pretty hard to see stuff in. So with just these like slitty little windows and no visibility on your sides in a giant crowd, this person is an absolute legend. Their costume is incredible. And it actually they went through the trouble of like mimicking some of the real graffiti on this. So I don't know, like if this is like an art project between multiple people, if this person is just like a hero themselves. But I just had to shout this out as by far the most like LA local, like obvious, but like nobody else did it costume, because everybody's been talking about this building. It's reshaped the entire downtown area because you can't go near it now without this giant police presence because it became notorious. So the fact that like we've all been talking about it all year and one person had the time and energy to dress up at this building specifically. First of all, I don't know if they had a friend that was the second building that they lost in West Hollywood. And if they did, that's very sad. But yeah, I was entranced by this. This was my costume. I thought it went off pretty well. As I said, it's really startled drunk people and they reacted with surprise and fear. And I feel like perhaps I didn't really earn that with the level of attention to detail that I put in versus this hero who like hand painted this graffiti to match like the actual graffiti on the building. But I do feel like it went pretty well.